So I take the weekend off, and wouldn't you know it, a shit ton has happened this past week. Let's look at some of the headlines that happened since this last weekend up to today. So UFC 300 went down this past Saturday, and holy moly, did this card deliver! Unbelievable fights, crazy moments that are just going to live on in MMA and UFC history. Now, what I really did like during the entire pay per view was the presentation of some of the throwback logos and historical UFC moments. UFC doesn't do this very often, but I'm glad that they did to honor the past as we look into the future and as they went through one of the best and biggest cards that they've ever put on. All right, so I'll get into the big moments of the main card, but some of the little things of note that happened on the undercard. Bobby Green and Jim Miller put on a freaking show. Respect to Jim Miller. That dude is a beast. Broken hand, bleeding everywhere, and he finished the fight. Unbelievable stuff. Manny Moicano, another fun guy to watch. Always an entertaining post-fight press conference. Diego Lopez, love this dude. Love the hair, love the attitude, love his fighting style. Kayla Harrison absolutely mauled Holly Holm and showed that she is going to be a mainstay in the bantamweight division and should probably just get fast-tracked to the title. And is she going to bring out Amanda Nunes out of retirement? We'll see. Let's see. Aljamain Sterling, poor guy didn't get his post-fight speech. He didn't put on the best entertaining performance, but that's Aljo for you. Yuri Prochazka knocks out Alexander Rakic, and the dude is just an absolute wild man. What can I say about Yuri Prochazka? Always fun to watch. You know he's going to put on a show and not put on any defense and just go for the KO, as always. Let's see. Arman Tsarukyan narrowly edges out Charles Oliveira with a split decision. Bo Nickel made his main card debut, and it was okay. Now we get into the meat of the stuff that happened. Freaking Max Blessed Holloway. That final 10 seconds of his 5-round war with Justin Gaethje is going to be replayed and replayed and replayed for UFC history forever. This was an amazing fight from start to finish. Both guys were throwing down. Some will say that there's not a lot of technique here. I disagree. I think that there was a lot of technique. Max was outpointing Justin for the majority of the fight, was winning the fight, and then in the final 10 seconds, points to the ground and says, "Let's go, brother." Unbelievable stuff by Max Holloway. I mean, what can you say about this guy? He is just a joy to watch. Not too long ago, we were basically writing him off. What was he going to do next after he lost 3 fights against Alexander Volkanovski? Now all of a sudden, Max is on top of the world with the BMF title, a gimmick title, but still fun for him to actually see him get another belt. And all of a sudden, now he's in the driver's seat. Is he going to challenge the 155 champion Islam Makhachev? Is he going to challenge Ilia Topuria for the featherweight belt that Max lost to Alexander Volkanovski? I don't know what's next for him, but all of a sudden, my man is on top of the world. That was unbelievable. Stuff of legend. Zhang Weili, my girl, she demolished almost, I think she had Yan Shannon out in the first round, but the fight continued, and she wins a unanimous decision. I really struggle to find a featherweight that's going to beat her in the near future. Poatan, Alex Pereira, ends up knocking out Jamal Hill. There was a lot of trash talk from Jamal Hill before this fight. Really, really cocky, saying a lot of things. In the end, we just showed who was the better fighter, who's more skilled all around, and Alex Pereira is just a silent assassin out there. He's one of the most popular UFC fighters right now, and he doesn't speak English. Doesn't sound like he wants to learn English. He is just a force of nature. His walkouts are entertaining. This guy is going to be headlining a lot of cards in the future. A little basketball action that you won't typically see on this channel. I don't really cover a lot of NBA, but I wanted to cover the Warriors getting eliminated by the Sacramento Kings on Tuesday from the play-in tournament. They wanted to go for the 8th seed in the NBA Finals on the West Side Conference. Fortunately, it didn't work out. Warriors were eliminated, and it feels like the end of an era for Golden State. The Warriors did make it to the playoffs last year. They seemed like they were looking old, and this year they get eliminated even sooner, and it is the final year of Klay Thompson's contract. So now the questions are being thrown around. Are the Warriors done being an NBA force going forward? It's a tough question to be asked. It seems like it's at a crossroads for the big three within Golden State, which is Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. But there's a lot of questions now for Golden State. The questions are really about what's going to be next for the team. Are they going to rebuild? Are they going to move on from Klay Thompson? Are some trades going to happen? What's the future for Steph Curry going to be? There's a lot of things that need to be looked at from this roster, top to bottom, about what's going to be next. But one thing's for sure, the big three, as we know it, and the way that the Warriors have been winning up to this point, it's likely over at this juncture. Now, that's not to say that the Warriors are done being champions. It could happen, could not happen. But some rebuilding, some retooling definitely needs to go down. But as that happens, if it truly is over, we can't say enough about these guys that turned one of, if not the most irrelevant NBA franchise into the behemoths, the New York Yankees of the NBA. Absolutely amazing memories with them. 4 championship rings. 2 of them with Kevin Durant, but that 4th one felt really sweet to validate how great the Warriors are, to show that they could do it without KD. They will forever be legends in the Bay Area, and we still have some more years left of Steph Curry, which should not be wasted. We've come a long way since this picture. This was them. Look at their baby faces. I mean, these guys are just legends. This is an era in NBA history that changed the course of not just the Warriors, but the league and the game as a whole. Truly, truly special stuff. Steph Curry, what an amazing guy, generational player, and being a fan of Bay Area sports, he's been amazing to watch. We'll still get some more moments out of him, but he is going to be somebody to talk about that will go down in NBA history, along with the time that he spent with, again, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and all of the supporting cast that we've had over the last 4 years, the last 4 championships, many years that went along with it. Lots of memories, but we'll see what happens in the future. All right, switching it up to baseball. So the bromance has been over, but officially Ippei Mizuhara has turned himself into federal authorities, basically claiming that he has defrauded Shohei Ohtani for, I think, about $16 million as a whole. Initially reported was about $4 million, but now we know it's 4 times that amount. I have mixed feelings on this because, on the one hand, it seems like Shohei is innocent of any kind of like gambling wrongdoings. But I still want to throw a challenge flag, because to steal $16 million without anybody being wiser and having no other system of control on Shohei Ohtani's bank accounts, that just seems weird, man. I don't know. I mean, Ippei Mizuhara has to be either the best bank fraudster to be able to do that and operate this long without anybody noticing, or there had to be some level of understanding or accomplice to this. Now, at this point, the story is going to get swept under the rug. MLB got what they wanted. They have Shohei Ohtani absolved of any wrongdoing. They're going to throw the book at Ippei Mizuhara, and now we just wonder what's going to happen to him and if any other juicy details come out about this. Little post-WrestleMania action. Cody Rhodes is now the champion. Wrestling's fun and exciting to watch again, man. I'm all in again on WWE. I have been a diehard fan through the late 90s, early 2000s, to then a casual fan, to then a fan that barely watched, maybe checked in on WrestleMania, and nothing brought me back to wrestling more than these past couple of months with The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. I'm back in. I'm a wrestling fan again. It's cool again. So Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are going to fight in boxing this Saturday. Do I care? That's a hard one to answer. I'm not paying the pay-per-view, that's for sure. Ryan Garcia has just been doing a lot of weird stuff. Devin Haney will probably win this by unanimous decision, and that's just what Devin Haney does. Not a lot of knockout power there, so we'll see. But I have Devin Haney on this one. And last but not least, we have another team leaving their town. The A's are leaving Oakland to go to Sacramento. The White Sox in Chicago are threatening to leave Chicago. And now the Arizona Coyotes are officially moving to Salt Lake City. Gutted for their fans. There's a lot of this going on in sports right now, but what can you do? All right, that was 10 minutes of me rambling. A lot to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.